And on the eighth day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a man to test the will and goodness of a free people. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a man who failed in everything but theft and broken promises to live in a golden palace and convince the poor he serves their needs. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a wicked man to lead the common folk with hatred and fear. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a corrupt man who is above the law and immune from justice. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a man who will use violence to seize power. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a man whose followers will call black white, call evil good, and call criminals hostages. So God made a dictator. God said, I need his political party to obey without question, and the press fear his wrath. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a cruel man who uses his power and position to punish and harm his opposition. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a man who breaks the faith of even his most godly followers and leads them to idolatry. Place him above me. So God made a dictator. And then God said, I sent this man to test you, and until you cast him down, you have failed. So God made a dictator.
So as people might know, Lincoln Project is an organization that's all against Trump. But what's your thoughts on that ad?
Love it. Can't get enough of it. Okay, so look, the context for those of you who don't know is there's this legendary poem, So God Made a Farmer, that one of the greats in radio narrated back in the 1980s. And the Trump team or Trump fans turned that to So God Made Trump, right? And so that was already sacrilegious to begin with. And they're the ones that started this theme. And so Lincoln Project picked up on that theme and twisted it to So God Made a Dictator, right? And so he has it coming. I mean, he tried a coup against America. He's disgusting. He's treasonous. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a right winger. So I'm not. When I say treasonous, I don't say it in the same way the lunatic right wing does. Oh, you got to kill him. No. You just have to apply the law to him. He's a lifelong criminal, a con man. The fact that the right wing got conned by him makes me so sad. And I'm serious about that, because you guys were right about the corruption. You were right about the corporate contributions. You were right about that. And then you pick this bozo. Come on, how do you not see he's a bozo? So they violently attacked the Capitol. If you don't have eyes, I guess I can't help you. You didn't see it? You didn't think that was violent? You think it's Antifa? I mean, whatever. You could have any conspiracy theory you like, but the rest of us have eyes and ears, and we saw what happened. But more important than that is the fake elector scheme, where he tried a coup. He had fake electors that he was going to replace the real electors with. So I got no interest in a guy who hates democracy. He says all the time that he loves dictators. He loves some of the dictators that were mentioned in that ad. He says he literally fell in love with Kim Jong-un. And that's the communist dictator of North Korea. So this guy's a psycho. Every time he goes to China, he's like, man, they stand up and applaud for Xi. I love the way they do that. Yeah, of course, because it's not a democracy. They might execute the guy who doesn't applaud. And Trump loves that idea. He's a sick, sick person. So it breaks my heart that the right wing look at that guy and see him as a hero or a leader. Pick a decent person with morality and that actually cares about other human beings. He's such an egomaniac. Yes, I totally agree with that commercial.